and renewing your mind. And we're going live on YouTube. Going live. And we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. I am Goddess Just Be. Thank you for joining. Today, we're talking about spiritual wickedness in high places, which your pastor didn't tell you about the aspects of your mind. What the person in the white coat probably didn't tell you about your mind either, right? And your mind, your thoughts is the thing that's in this realm, in this physical realm, that's really being hijacked. You know, the biblical text says we wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but against those principalities, the rulers of darknesses and high places, right? And so this is going to be your mind simply because in the beginning was the word was the expression of thought. The word is the expression of thought, leading us back to the fact that nothing exists but thought first, right? Right? God, we reference God as source energy, infinite intelligence, right? Collective consciousness. So that's what we're talking about here today. We're talking about thought. So in the matrix, seeming because your superpower is your thought, it's the thing that's under attack. It's the thing that every object, every job, every person is trying to attack. There's an illusion in this matrix, right? And this illusion is all in your mind. This is why some people believe God to be this way, and then another person have a God to be this way. Some don't believe in a God. Everybody have different perspectives based upon their what? Thought, right? Hey, Miss Rita, in the biblical text tell us over and over, let this mind be in you, renewing of this mind, right? Think it not robbery to be equal with God, but some people think it robbery because everybody have different thoughts, right? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the aspects of your mind, but we're going to come on down out of esoteric knowledge, come on down out of spirituality, and we're going to break it down in layman's terms as it is applying to your physical reality. We're going to talk about some disharmonies in your physical reality that affect your thoughts. Like number one, PTSD. Anybody ever heard of that? Let's get into it. Anybody ever heard of PTSD? Anybody out in here have PTSD? Anybody? Anybody? Let me see. These glares on these lights stop me from seeing. Okay, there we go. Anybody? Anybody ever? Yeah. Okay. Ether says yes. Anybody else? Miss Grateful says yes. Anybody? Or y'all don't know what it is all about? Y'all don't know what it is about? Nobody? It's a stress disorder, right? And a lot of people does anybody know anybody that was in the military before? The retired military or active duty ones be kind of like aching up to get it most often than not, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, right? Hey, Keith, thank you for being here, babe. Miss Rita said, yes, I've heard of it too. So PT, not anymore. You don't have, you used to have it? Oh, okay. She said, not anymore. Excuse me, Miss Caruth over there. Miss Caruth has been healed and delivered from the PTSD. So post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm not going to limit it just to military people. You could have post-traumatic stress after being with maybe like a narc, for example, after being in a chaotic, traumatic environment, like, right? Post-traumatic stress disorder. And so when you have this, what's being affected? Is your hand being affected? What's being affected? Is your back being affected? What are we talking about? My son has it, Candy says. Your back being affected? What get affected when you have post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD? Your eyes? What's getting affected? Anybody know? What them people dealing with? What them people dealing with? We talked about it, yeah. We talked about it in the beginning of the video. They're dealing with aspects of their mind, right? Aspects of their mind. They're stressed. They're having flashbacks, maybe anxiety, right? Their emotions, Candy say. They're dealing with their emotions. Well, we could bring all of that in and we could say the emotions, the anxiety, the stress, all of these things have one thing in common, and it starts with an H. Emotions, anxiety, stress, flashback. That almost sounds like hot flash. But it ain't a hot flash, it's a flashback. Don't that sound like hormones? If we're talking about energy in motion, emotions, we're talking about hormones too. Because our energy, emotion in our mind as we see life, as we're conscious of our beingness, has to do with us being in balance. And what balances us? We're balanced by our thyroid. What does our thyroid regulate? Emotions, hormones. Like, right? Hormones. So that's a PTSD, bringing us back to hormonal issues. So is it safe to say now, since we best understand post-traumatic stress disorder, it's a little bit like we've been talking about health and wellness all week. This is like a little imbalance because at your whole state of being, you don't have post-traumatic stress disorder when you in balance. So when you're out of balance, you have it, right? So what's out of balance? Hormones. Mhm. So the people who are experiencing post-traumatic stress syndrome, they are dealing with them spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what they battling with. I'm here to tell you that's their battle. Everybody got a different battle. Everybody. So to balance, you all know, you all that are here, you already know that I created a hormone balancer called Wild Yam Butter. So it's a balance. So what would happen to a person when they begin to balance their hormones as it pertains to post-traumatic stress syndrome? Their hormones, excuse me, their hormones will calm so much that they'll begin to experience a state of peace. Anybody ever been on antidepressants before? Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Anybody? Hey, Blue Diamond, I see you, babe. Thank you for being here. Anybody ever been on antidepressants? What? No, no, no. Anybody know somebody? Because I don't be liking getting in people's business. Because I sure don't want y'all in mine. Anybody know somebody that ever been on antidepressants? Mm-hmm. Okay, good example. She says, my friend, she hated them so much. Well, I'll tell y'all something about me. I'll tell y'all something about me. You moved? Oh, Dawn said yes. Good. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Supplements. Hey, beautiful one. Let me tell you something about me. There was somebody that years ago, what year? 2004. In the year 2004, somebody close to me, real close, close, was murdered. Okay? Real close. I witnessed this person, you know, the body, the blood, and all of these things, right? In the physical reality, right? And I never put a word on it, but shoot, we talking about post-traumatic stress disorder. Shoot, I think I had it. Now that I'm talking about it, I had it. Okay, I'm had somebody. God damn it. But like a Karuth over here, I ain't there no more. I done moved. Me and you moved, Miss Karuth. I'm not there no more. But here's the thing. For a long time, that was like a replay, you know? Like I felt like I was stuck. I lost my best friend, felt stuck, discombobulated, couldn't really function. Went to the doctor. You know the doctor, they gonna say, yeah. What's going on? Tell them what's going on. Yeah, you need antidepressants. Right? And I tried them. This was my one time of trying them because I couldn't cope. And the feeling that I had with them didn't sit well with me. It was only maybe about maybe two weeks tops, probably. Like, right? Because I remember, like, I felt like I was in a bubble. Like, it was making me worse. Felt like, you know, like, what am I doing in this bubble? I got stuff to do. No, I'm just being honest, being transparent. I've got stuff to do. But because of that situation, I couldn't, for the days before I got this here, I was prescribed them during my depression. They wasn't for me. Yeah. So before I got them, though, here's the thing. I felt like I couldn't cope because that issue, that murder was playing in my head. This murder just, and I just had to catch myself. But then when I got on them for that little 2 weeks, it was almost like it wasn't replaying no more. It was just like, I was just there. And then, so now nothing was playing, but I still had to catch myself. So I just felt like, you know what, let me not take this here and kind of like deal with the flashback on my own, because this being in a bubble thing, I'm not functioning at all. So I got off of it. This is an example, y'all, post-traumatic stress disorder. And so little bit at a time, day by day, I was learning how to cope. Like, right? But little did I know that stress, which they call the silent killer, it will knock everything out of balance. You'll be walking around imbalanced from the floor to the roof, right? Head to toe. Imbalance because you're stressed out. And so what I learned about myself being off of that, I learned every day to just do something, to just move, to just try to not zone out so much. I was teaching myself how to cope again after losing a best friend, like, right? And then day by day, I will gradually be able to get my cognitive thinking, my ability to, make sound decisions and smile again and figure out a reason, like, right? I was on purpose trying to balance myself so I could function in the physical reality once again. That's what happens when your hormones are out of balance. But the difference is some people stay there. Some people don't know, or not, maybe, I don't want to say that they're weaker, but they just kind of maybe give up on the idea of life sometimes. And they sit there and they watch that replay over and over. They watch that replay, like, right? And so if they get on medication just make it worse because now they're more zombie-like, right? Maybe the replay ain't playing, but even you pay attention to the fine print of the medication. They say, if you have those ending life thoughts, seek help. They'll put that. They'll tell you this may give you ending life kind of thoughts. They'll put that on there. In hindsight, there was always herbs available for any type, no matter where you were a little girl, when you were dealing with your mama and daddy, hooping and hollering, no matter if it was a tragic incident that you went through or watched, no matter if it was when you were dealing with a narc, no matter if you lost your job or whatever, there was always herbs that were available for us for the healing of the nation. We just didn't know what they were. Wild yam is that herb, y'all, for post-traumatic stress disorder. People whose mind is playing tricks on them right now in the physical reality, they're having stress disorders and they having flashback. And a lot of people outside of those people will look upon them and say that those people are crazy. Their hormones are simply out of balance. They're not crazy. These are the same said people that are wrestling with these spiritual wickedness in high places. And the high place is in their mind. It's in their mind. So we could call it different things. And I want to call out a couple of things today. Hey, Frederick, I want to call out a couple of things today that we call these sicknesses and these harmonies, or really the hormonal imbalances. We got one. Could somebody type that? I just talked about one. Could somebody type PTSD for the people that's just coming in the room? That's one of them. That's one of the ways that we are underneath this so-called attack with our mind, because we're God. We're supposed to be here learning how to manipulate energy, learning how to be master manifestors, right? And we're up against things like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, let me tell you a little story before we get to another one about me, since I'm telling my business today. Y'all, I don't normally tell my business, but I'm gonna tell it on the mountain today. Don't think that I know all of this stuff that I know. and then came up with a silver spoon in my life. I've had in my past post-traumatic stress disorders. I just named one with somebody's ending with blood and body and all of that. Me seeing, like, right? There are others, right? Right? I'm testifying about myself as it pertains to this that I created. Because in my inner being told me to create this here. Trust me, I have a lot of product on my website. My inner being told me to create this. I just listened. I just obeyed it. And in obeying it, I used it. Like, right? I'm always, me and my family use everything on my website. Right? I used it. And I even noticed within myself, look, conscious on me, get me, this is my testimony. God, it's just be testimony. That the quality of sleep that I've been getting from this year, the peace of mind that I've been getting from this year, going back to things that may have surfaced on my mind that I would have to think another thought for, ain't been having to do it. Because the cognitive thinking, the wrestle with the spiritual wickedness is balanced. When you take nature's own balancer, like, right? So I just had to tell you all about that because for me, I'm wild. That's why I'm still talking about it, because I like to talk about spirituality. We're going to get back to it. But for me, I'm wild. For me. For me and my family, I'm wild for the things that it's doing for me and my family, not just my immediate family. We're talking about extended cousins, sisters, brothers, friends. For me, I'm wild of what they're telling me, what I, for myself, am experiencing. For me. I stand behind this for me. Even if y'all don't, look, you do what you want to hang on the corner, like I said. I just want you to know the ins and outs of how you can get yourself back in balance. So I just wanted to share my testimony. Let's move on to another one. Let's move on to this one here because I'm heartfelt. And I did some videos. Y'all going to see on my TikTok. I did some videos about these here topics, but I wanted to really talk to you all about it. The next one I want to talk about is DHEA. Anybody ever saw that written down anywhere? Anybody ever heard that as it pertains to a baby and brain development? DHEA. Anybody? Could somebody type those letters in the comments for me so the people that's coming in the room know what I'm talking about? DHEA. Anybody? Where you heard of that at, Blue Diamond? Blue Diamond said yes. Hey, Sabrina, thank you for passing through. Yeah. Where you heard of that? Where you heard of that? D as in dog, H as in Harry, E as in elephant, A as in apple. I was put on some. They didn't even tell me. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. DHEA. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thank you. So now I want you to pay attention now, because see, when I talk about it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, now I remember. I work for special education. Oh, you know about that. Okay, Blue Diamond. Yeah, Blue Diamond works. So she gonna know about this one here. Now I'm gonna remind you of some areas you probably didn't see this, and you probably didn't pay attention, but your subconscious mind pay attention to all things. DHEA. So when we're babies, we are supposed to, maybe not all of us, we're supposed to stay hooked up onto the placenta in order for us to get all of the juices until the placenta dries out, right? You ever heard about that before? Who stayed on the placenta? Your mama kept you on the placenta? Anybody? I'll wait. I'll wait. Anybody? Anybody? Is there one? Is there one? They have all kind of DHEA supplements, and they have the synthetic forms or whatever. Anybody? I'm not sure. Frederick said, I'm not sure. Anybody? Nope. Probably not. Probably not. Just probably not. Because it was probably harder to do the older we are. Probably not. Like right now, some of the new parents that are conscious, they probably doing it with their child, but most often than not, probably not. You see? But here's the thing. This is how this thing goes. So for DHEA, they have supplements and all. They have the synthetic form of it, and the synthetic form of it is not naturally. When you go down, when you're in Walmart next time, go pass over there by the baby stuff. Unless you have a baby, look at that Similac and that milk, and they'll say DHEA for brain development, like right, the synthetic kind, like right. But we're supposed to get our DHEA from that placenta bag. We wasn't supposed to snip it off. We were supposed to let it dry up because that was our little juices for the brain development, cognitive thinking, balances of the hormones, growth. Yeah, I was about to say that baby milk. Yep, it's in the baby milk. The synthetic kind, though. Yeah, the synthetic kind. So because we got, probably all of us, thank you for the offering, because we got the synthetic kind, which really wasn't the kind that we were supposed to get from the mother, that was supposed to allow us to have, clear thought and balance our hormones and to keep us for a longer duration of our life, like, right? Because we got that kind, it kind of like, wasn't real, didn't last long, wasn't as powerful, so to speak, like, right? Instead, we got on the kind from, the baby milk instead. We didn't get the kind from the woman. We got it the kind from the baby milk. And in combination with getting the kind from the Similac type milks, we drunk regular milk with added hormones. Remember that? Milk does a body good. Remember the commercials that they used to play, tricking us? We wrestle not against the flesh and blood, but this is spiritual wickedness in high places because it's to hijack your mind, because you needed your natural DHEA from that placenta, which medicine can be made out of. That's how good, which is really, really expensive. Oh, that's how good it is. But you didn't get to benefit the goodness of it. You were told that you should get on the synthetic kind. And so with added hormones with our in the meat and the milk. Remember in school we used to have milk for breakfast and for lunch. Remember that? The white milk, the chocolate milk. They were doing strawberry milks and stuff too. So you could get some added hormones. You see where I'm going here? So the DHEA was supposed to be regulating this here. So when it dried up when it was transferred inside of you and the placenta bag dried up, then you would have been fully charged, to regulate yourself. This is also why I'm being ugly, because I'm clearly not even an organic what do they call that? Breastfed baby myself. But this is why you'll see, and I ain't being ugly, you'll see them little organic breastfed babies. They be looking like, hi, I'm here from last lifetime. I'm your grandmother from your daddy's side. I mean, they head be up just as perky and seem like they're fine. They got the perfect posture. They're not drooling or nothing. They're just looking at you like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go to work tomorrow? I'm ready. Should I graduate from college in 2 weeks? They just be looking ready for the world, like, right? Meanwhile, them little Similac babies, and look, I ain't talking about y'all because I probably was a Similac one myself. They head be like, they're drooling from the mouth, they're falling off the sofa and stuff, There's a difference. I ain't being ugly because I'm not one of them, but it sure is a difference. Can anybody tell the truth and shame their lower self? Anybody ever seen the difference in the babies? How alert them babies are? I mean, you put them on the sofa, they roll on down like, I didn't get none of my DHEA. Yeah, the bobblehead. Drooling, you trying to burp them now, all your shirt wet, just a drooling and rolling and bobbleheading from that darn Similac. They needed that DHEA. They needed it. So what I'm saying here, Dawn, is that them addicts, synthetic forms knock off our hormones. Don't have us alert. Don't have us, being able to use our cognitive thinking, right? Reasoning, brain health. we be having a missing link, y'all. And I ain't talking about nobody, because guess what? I'm part of the broad road that had the missing link, but I found my link. I found my link. I once was lost, they said, but now I'm found. Okay, so that's another way. That's another way that our hormones go out of balance. And guess what? I'm gonna always bring you right here. I'm gonna bring you right here. Guess where DHEA is at? For those of you that already ordered, guess where it's at? And so when you begin to take this here, you're replenishing it because it's also in Wild Yam, the active ingredient in here. Yes, it is. You'll be replenishing yours. You probably didn't get it from your mama, but baby, could you get it from the herb? From the herb, which is for the healing of the nation. So there we go. We talked about PTSD. We talked about the DHEA, which is for your brain development, cognitive thinking. When I talk about this here for DHEA, keep in mind, I'm talking to you if you know somebody with Parkinson. Oh yeah, I'm talking about them people. They need some DHEA. Oh, do you know somebody? Do you know somebody with dementia? Oh, they need the DHEA. Do you know somebody with Alzheimer's? They got a mosquito right here. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. I killed the mosquito. I'm sorry. No, my hands is nasty. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Do I have a napkin? Let me get a napkin, y'all. Do y'all know somebody with dementia, Parkinson, Alzheimer's? Y'all tap the screen while I wash my hands from the mosquito that I just killed on the line. I'm sorry, mosquito. You was in my way, baby. You was in my way. You was in my way, baby. I'm sorry about that. Your butt was gonna try to bite me when I go to sleep. All right, I'm sorry about that, y'all. So there we go. We talked about PTSD, DHEA, and the DHEA is for your brain development, for you being hooked upon your milk of your mother. That's where you were supposed to get it from. So if you ain't get it from there, I don't know. The synthetic kind, you probably ran out of that juice. But it would help you throughout the duration of your life as it pertains to the balancing of your hormone. Helping you with Alzheimer's, helping you with dementia, helping you with that Parkinson. Because this is where we're wrestling at, right? DHEA is supposed to help you wrestle against those principalities, the rulers of darkness in the high places of your mind. Because guess what? In this physical reality, a lot of things is trying to get to your mind, to be your stumbling block in your becoming state of being when you are God in physical form. Yeah. So let's move on to another one. Let's talk about vision and memory. Remember, I spoke with you all on one of my other lives, and I talked to you about the four brains, right? The four brains. And the fourth one was an extension to your spinal cord, to your gut being the brain, right? This is why it is hard for some people to see, because their gut inability to eliminate and absorb minerals, because that's the brain. And so it's inside of this here brain. You can't see because all your hairs has been ripped out because your acidosis inside of here. You got critters inside of here. Oh, don't expect to be able to see with this here vision, these eyes, right? As within, so without. On earth as it is in heaven, as above, so below. You know how it goes. So then we begin to wear glasses in the physical reality because we have eyes and we cannot see. Simply because our gut integrity is full of crap. And so if your gut integrity is full of crap, that sounds like what? That sounds like back to imbalances. And so when you're imbalancing your gut and it's clogged up, this gonna be clogged up too. So you're gonna have eyeglasses. Like, right? So as it pertains to vision, memory, cognitive thinking, hormonal balance is really taking over the entire body. Because let me tell you, let me go a little bit further. Let's say, okay, you don't care about your gut being big because it sure tastes good. You know, like some of them say that I don't care what I'm eating, it sure tastes good. I know I'm full of crack, but it sure tastes good. Maybe you don't care. So if you don't care and keep on not caring, then this imbalance up in here, guess what? Since this is out of balance, then guess what? Other things gonna start getting out of balance. Like your thyroid, which regulates hormones too. You see where I'm going here? So now we're in a second phase of something else being out of balance. Because them hormones just take over. And so they keep on taking over. Then we got this big C kind of hormone that'll build up some trash, some weight somewhere. Somewhere it can be here, it can be here. It can be here, it can be here. For men, it could be down there. The big C, you know what I'm talking about. Can't say it on TikTok. But all of those are exaggerations of hormone imbalances. And get in the root for all of this that I'm talking about is wild yam. Wild yam. Let's go a little further. Oh, let's talk about this one here. Menopause. Do you know somebody with menopause? Oh, maybe she's having hot flashes. Maybe it's 60 degrees in her home. Maybe it's 60 degrees in the job where you have to work next to her rather. And the AC is always low. And it'd be freezing cold. Maybe she's the boss, like, right? And she's controlling the you have perimenopause. You have them, you too. And she's controlling the thermostat. Like, right? Hey, I see you, Nene. Yes. Alzheimer's and dementia. Yeah, my daughter is bipolar. Is it good for that? Yes. I say imbalance of hormones. Yes. So here we go. Menopause. Menopause. Now, let me tell you about the menopause stage. Now, this is later stage. This is after the hormones been out of balance. With diet, with maybe endometriosis, maybe fibroids, with painful periods. Those are the women who have the major menopausal type issues, especially the ones that have been on what do they call it? The birth control pills or the shots. Like, right? When you take that, your estrogen through the roof. Of course, your hormones gonna be out of balance. You know your hormones was out of balance when you gained 200 pounds on that stuff. For me, I shared with you all the other day when I cried. When I realized that I was crying at a copy machine because I was on the depot. This was years ago. This was over 20 years ago. But when I remember like it was yesterday, I'm sitting there crying and I didn't understand why I was crying. When I realized I was crying at the copy machine in corporate America, I was like, oh, hell no. I got to get off this stuff. We always are given signs. So for the woman with the menopause and having a hard time, she been having signs. Maybe the milk did it for her to spike her estrogen, but did she ever bring it down? She did milk when she was maybe 15? Little girl, yes. But then she got on maybe the shot or pills. That was more estrogen. Did she bring her down? What she did to bring it down? Because she's about 45, 50 years old now. This was like when she was 20. Oh, she ain't bring it down. She ain't do nothing. She kept on going. Oh, and then she started eating what she wanted to, like, right, the added hormones and all the food. Oh my gosh, did she like soy? She wasn't a blood type A or blood type AB, because that's the only ones that really could fool with the soy. But then she incorporated other kind of soys. Oh man, she was supposed to be bringing it down. Then she stressed a lot. Stress is a silent killer. It knocked off all of the hormones. Did she bring down her stress? No, she's still working corporate America. No, she's just stressing today. She on the live stressing, waiting for you to get to the point right now. So if you live 20, 25, 30, 45 years with the peak in estrogen, and now it's menopausal stage, you're going to have real trouble because now your body is preparing for the biggest transformation and it don't have the added minerals that it needs. Oh, the minerals that it needs is up in here, wild yam butter. Oh, she gonna definitely need some magnesium. It's up in here because magnesium is needed in every organ of her body for menopausal stage to put her little butt to sleep. To help her sleep in peace, to rest her body, her bones, like, right? Her aching bones now, because at that age, osteoporosis is about to probably kick in. The you know how you hear about the older women with the broken hip? It's almost about to be broke back hip moment for her because she ain't been taking care of her body all of them years. She ain't ever been giving herself the balance of her hormones, right? She ain't never experienced wild yam ever. And she hot flashing it. She mood swinging it. She trying to do it all by herself. She might be trying to just eat right. Eating right is a beautiful thing to do. It is. But you got to know exactly the exact thing day by day, because them hormones fluctuate day by day as your blood pumps, as your lymphatic system moves. It's circulating through the thyroid, looking for certain minerals. And if you ain't got them, you out of balance. So your estrogen gonna get at a peak, right? Daily, if she would use something as simple as this externally, this would get her mood swing and her hot flashes within 2 weeks in balance, in check. But she can't stop at 2 weeks because she done spent about 25, 30 years with her hormones out of balance. The doors of the church are open. Y'all ain't commenting. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The doors of the church are open. Then we'll continue. Y'all tap that screen. Why I only got 1,000 likes up in here? Why I only got 1,000 likes? The doors of the church are open. I am Goddess Just Be, and I help people on their wellness journey. I am a senior. I am a blood type connection catalyst, herbalist. For those of you who want to donate to my lives, to my time, my research, my knowing, my Cash App is Goddess Just Be. Cash App Goddess Just Be. For those of you who want to join this Inner Being Church, that'll be via my website, saltoftheearthpub.org. And when you get there, you click on, you stay there rather for 2 to 3 seconds. And when you're there, you put in your name and your email address, and you'll be subscribed to the newsletters to get all this informative information and more about eating right for your blood type, about the Wokus F blood type connection course, about when I go live and when I have really present information that I really want to share with you all. Sign up for my newsletters at saltoftheearthpub.org. I'll wait for the donations. Remember when we used to be in church and you sit in church for hours and hours and hours? Yay. I had to. That's where I come from, church. And sometimes we had to wait for the people all the way in the back pew to come on and the pastor just to sing a song. And so this is me. The doors of the church are open and it's offering time. I'm going to just sing a little song because I wait for the offering. Because I'm blessing you to help you with your life, to help you, to help your daughters with their life, to help you help that man who's very aggressive with you with his life. I'm helping you to help somebody with PTSD with their lack of DHEA. And I got 1,000 likes. Oh, okay. I'll wait. Here go this church song. You can't be God's given, no matter how you try. God is so good to us. The more you give, the more he'll give to you. Just keep on giving because it's really true that you can't. The light going up. Anybody share the live? Be God's given. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Keith. No matter how you try. Did anybody share the live? Did I get one share? Did I get one share? Could somebody tell me if I missed it? Did I get one share? Did I get one? Did I get one share? Thank you, Rita. Did I get one share over here? Thank you. I see a share. Thank you. Oh, Grandma. You know what? Yeah, touched my heart when I put this here black, because I have to put black against it to see. My grandma just recently passed. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the share. It touched my heart. Thank you so much. Thank you. Did anybody? Okay. Keith shared the live. Thank you, Keith. The ways you can give is by Cash App Goddess Just Be. Cash App Goddess Just Be. You can share the live by giving. You could tap the screen by giving. You could comment. You could put an emoji in the comments by giving. It's an energetic transfer of energy. It's an energetic transfer of energy. Can I get to 2,000 likes up here? I have 1.8. Can I get to 2,000 likes over here? Can I get to 3,500 likes over here? Can I get one more like over there on YouTube? For the amount of people, could it equal the like? On YouTube, that would be a thumb up. You see that thumb? If your thumb is not highlighted, that means you didn't like the live on YouTube. Could you support people who are supporting you? Can you make that change today? One more like on YouTube. One more. I don't ask for much. I'll wait for it. There we go, YouTube. There we go, YouTube. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. We at 1.9 over here. We at 3.3. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it. I don't believe I have to wait this here long for it though. With this valuable information that I give for you all, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna see you through the eyes of God and see you healed though. I'm gonna see you through the eyes of God, knowing that it's more blessed to give than it is to receive though. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold this momentum and see the greatness in you, the giver in you, the giver and the receiver, the balance you. As we talk about balancing your energy, that's what I'm gonna do for you. While I'm giving you everything you need, right? Yes, ma'am. You don't. Yeah. Rita, yeah. Rita always shed a lie. Thank you, BWW, for the shares. Thank you. I appreciate you. We there? We almost there. I'm still waiting over here. We almost there. We at 1 point. With 3 point. Oh, okay. We there. We there. All right. So thank you for everybody that gave in the donation. I appreciate every last one of you. I appreciate every last one of you, and I bless you. I bless you. I send it back to you. Thank you, Rita. Thank you. I send it back to you tenfold. So let's move on from that. So we talked about PTSD. We talked about the DHEA. We talked about Alzheimer's and dementia. We talked about vision. All of this applies to the Christ consciousness. A lot of people, they be like, where is God? I don't hear my inner being. While at the same time dealing with emotions and mood swings, cognitive thinking ain't in balance. It's a simple fix. It's a simple fix. It's a very, very simple fix. But I want to talk to you as it pertains to your manifestations now. The active ingredient in this wild yam, in this cream, this butter rather, is wild yam. Now let's talk about manifestations, the spiritual side. The inability, going back to cognitive thinking, the inability to focus is going to be a stumbling block when it's time to manifest. You know how I often tell you all to go to sleep with a wish fulfilled and you're going into different brain wavelengths, like, right? When you're going into these different wavelengths, if you are having flashbacks, if your hormones are out of balance, back to PTSD, back to not having the memory, back to the trauma, you're going to start to think, this is how your subconscious mind do. It tries to take over and give you something else to think about instead of your manifestation. And so I teach you all that we have to conjure up energy for these things that we want, like, right? That we could be or have anything that we put our mind to. But remember when I was trying to give y'all a gauge and I told you it was like 17 to 20 seconds for you to hold the momentum of the theme, right? Remember I told you about that? Remember that was on the video. How often do you make time for love? I remember the video. I told you 17 to 20 seconds, whatever it is, you got to conjure up the energy for it. Well, if your hormones out of balance, baby, you ain't going to get to 20. You ain't. I'm just being honest. I'm not being a Debbie Downer, but you're not going to get to the 20 because while you thinking, come on, let's do a 20 second. Let's do a 20 second. Let's do a 20 second. And let's see how, if everybody can make it. Let's, within 20 seconds, what we going, okay. This will be a good one. This is my little prop money for my manifestation of money. I'm going to hold this up. I'm going to hold this up as your object of attention. And all I want you to do is look at the money. And I want you to think nothing else. I want you to just think about, well, not think about. I want you to just hear your breath. As we breathe, inhale and exhale, listen to your breath. And I want you to put your eyes only on the money. Find a spot on the money, whether it is the one, whether it is the picture, whether it is the little feather, whether it is the gold, whatever it is. Zoom in on this money and put your eye on an area of this money. So you're looking at the money. You're hearing your breath. Inhale and exhale. When you blink your eye, you don't get your eye off of the area of the dollar, of the $100 bill that I am telling you to look at. And we're going to look at this here for 20 seconds. So that means no thoughts is coming through your mind. No thought are going to come through your mind within these 20 seconds. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. Now let's stare at the money. In 5, we're going to start the 20-second countdown as I count down to 5, from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at a certain spot. 20 seconds. Okay. Now be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Did a thought come to anybody's mind? Be honest. Be honest. Were you able to clear all thoughts and nothing came up? Did you happen to look at me? Did somebody walk up in the room? Did you start wondering if you cooked your dinner today? Did you think about something from yesterday? Did you start looking and wondering why they ain't a black person on the money? Anybody? So that's aching to only 1/22, right? That's aching to only one time, 20 seconds. So that's the momentum. I glanced away. Somebody said, that's the momentum that really only gets you energetically one energetic point in your ability to focus. And now keep in mind, you got hundreds of thousands from the things you don't want, but you just only spend 1/22 time frame on something you do want. You see what I'm saying? Because your thoughts been thoughting all day on the things that you don't want. Oh, I sure hope such and such don't do da 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 da. Oh, I don't want da 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 da. Oh, that sounds so bad, girl. I heard about that. Oh my God, that's hard. You done did all day long on that. You done went to work because you don't want to lose your job. You done did everything because you don't. But that was just one thing that you did that you really wanted. Stillness of mind and more abundance. And so now more abundance only got 1 point to all of the other 20 seconds of points for everything else. This is why your mind is so important, for you to have cognitive ability to think. This is why you are wrestling against this here principality and this here spiritual wickedness in high places. And as you grow in your spiritual journey as it pertains to your ego, it grows too. So what I'm saying is the game of life gets a little tricky each level you get upon, each level you frequent. This is why a mind is such a terrible thing to waste. This is why in the biblical text it says, let this mind be in you, renewing of this mind. It was always about the mind. Because in the physical reality, you have foods. You even have the Similac that we talked about. You got the added hormones and different things in your physical reality. That if you can't get over the physical and balance yourself with something simple as this, then spirituality gonna be like, nah, I can't meditate. Girl, I went up in that room and within the 20 seconds, I was looking at something. And then, girl, I walked out the room, forgot all about meditation because of that ability to focus and that human imagination not being in balance based upon a lot of people in the physical reality in different walks of life, their hormones are out of balance. Now, this is more hormonal. This ain't even about the inflammation that a lot of things cause us. Because when you hate and have jealousy and envy, you cause yourself inflammation too. So collectively, when we talk about inflammation and hormones that's out of balance, we talk about two things here. I really wasn't talking much about inflammation, but that's why I do the meal plans, right? To put the inflammation down. In the beginning of the video, we talked about the lady who had the son with the eczema on the skin. That's inflammation. That's acidosis, right? So we have inflammation. We have hormones that's out of whack. And we trying to trump the matrix and become spiritual. But in the matrix, these are the spiritual wickednesses wickedness that we're dealing with in high places. The high places is always going to be in your mind because that's your simulated environment. In your mind, this is your mind where it's supposed to be heaven on earth. So I wanted to put together this video and share with you all the different ways, whether we talk about PTSD, DHEA, we talking about flashbacks, we talking about mood swings, we talking about vision, we talking about Alzheimer's, we talking about Parkinson's, we talking about dementia. Oh, wait, hold up, men. What about that eggplant? What about the eggplant? Come on back up in this room. Don't you go nowhere, men. What about that eggplant, that soft eggplant? What about that eggplant that turns into that Vienna sausage? And so then, let me tell you how smooth you are with it. Then, because your eggplant turned into, the Vienna sausage, you know what I'm talking about? That's a little sausage that'll be in a can, right? I ain't had that in a long time. Is that what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? That's it, right? The little tiny wiener. Is it called a Vienna sausage, right? Because I never really ate them. Yeah? Okay, Tia said, yeah, Vienna sausage. So we're coming from eggplant energy to Vienna sausage energy. And what happens? Let me tell you about these type of people. Oh, thank you. Come on. I love saying that name. Oh, I'm going to need you to come back to my life. Oh, Grandma. Nonetheless, we're talking about coming from eggplant energy to Vienna sausage energy. And let me tell you what the energy of that man going to be like. He going to be more aggressive. He going to want to try to prove all kind of things about his manhood. He probably going to have the biggest truck that's going to wake everybody up in the neighborhood. He probably going to be dog mean and dirty to that woman. And show the woman that he still got masculine energy, like, right? He going to be trying to show in every which way that he can that he still is man, hear me roar. Like, right? So he got to be tough. He gotta be tough, but knowing darn well all he got is a Vienna sausage. Womp, 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 womp. Hormones out of balance. Because guess what? Back to two things. There's inflammation inside of him from his chaotic diet, lack of blood flow, and now his testosterone is womp, 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 womp. And when testosterone goes down like that, they get really, really aggressive. They got to prove something, kind of like the sharp man syndrome. I ain't being ugly. I'm just calling it out so you can understand this. And then I consult with people too, so I can say a little bit extra about what I know. When they walking around with Vienna sausages and the woman seemed like she don't care, she really don't, because she know that he ain't doing nothing with the Vienna sausage. Like, right? Like, right? But he, at the same time, he got a lot to prove because he got a Vienna sausage. And then that same said man, you're going to be the same one. Man, I ain't got it like I used to, man. Man, I ain't got it. Man, I used to get up in that gym. Man, look. I used to have muscles from here to here, man. Man, I had it. He telling on himself. That conversation when they said, I ain't got it no more. I can't build a muscle like that. He said, I ain't got testosterone like I used to. My testosterone level is real low. I don't know what to do to build it back up. You know, I guess I'm gonna just say that I'm getting old. You know, because I hear other people my age getting old. You know, I'm gonna just go drink a cold one. That's all I know what to do. I'm gonna just drink some more beer, and I'm gonna just stagnate myself a little bit more. You know, because I'm gonna put a little bit more weed up in here from the beer. You know, beer ain't nothing but liquid weed, so I'm gonna just go ahead and drink a beer, man. It always made me feel good in the other time. I'm gonna just give up. That's what he's saying. His testosterone is low. So what that mean? That means his estrogen is high, and that's why he messy. You ever met a messy man? I used to work with men. Men can be very messy, especially when the estrogen is high. They could be they could be worse than women when you work with them. I used to work in construction around all men. And Lord, my God, today. You hear what I'm saying here? So this is what we dealing with as it pertains to the spiritual wickedness in high places. Even men dealing with it. Even men dealing with estrogen issue. What do you think prostate is all about? Inflammation, hormonal imbalance. You hear me? That's it. Inflammation and hormonal imbalances. Wild yam butter, everything that I talked about today. If you don't have it, if you know somebody that's suffering with any of these issues, let them see this video. Don't be stingy. Share the video with the people that need the help the most, so we can balance ourselves. My main purpose of doing this here is because I want to see you on the spiritual side, chopping this matrix, understanding that you can manipulate energy, understanding that life is about a healthy balance. Okay? Your yin and yang energy, your masculine and feminine energy is all about putting it in a healthy balance so you could operate with flow. And you could get the desires of your heart, the hard to reach manifestations. They'll come to you effortlessly when you learn what flow is. I'm talking about blood flow and hormonal flow as it pertains to having the right amount of estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. You need a balance for whatever sex you are, whether you woman or man. You need a healthy balance of both. Yes, men, you do have estrogen. Yes, women, you do have testosterone and progesterone, but they need to be in balanced state of being. If they're not in balance, you're going to have mood swings and you're going to be out of control. Okay? I got to go. I got a consultation coming up. This video was from my heart to yours. Thank you for the offering. My website is alltheearthpub.org. Take a deep breath in. Blow it out. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. One more deep breath in and blow it out. Thank you for everyone that came to my live. Thank you for everybody being in flow. Thank you for everybody learning about their hormonal balance. I want you to type in the comments, I'm balanced. I'm balanced, I'm balanced, I'm balanced, I'm balanced. I am balanced, I'm balanced, I'm balanced, I'm balanced. You have to stay in balance. You have to stay in balance. Once you purchase this, you have to be using this up to a year to remain your balance if you've been out of balance for 20 years. I am balanced, I'm balanced, I'm balanced, I'm balanced. Purchase it, try it, figure out what issue was pressing you that I've called out today, and use this on your skin. For men, use it once a day. For women, use it twice a day, morning and night. Put it in those sensitive areas on your body. Life is about a healthy balance. Nature left you everything you needed to be in balance. It is called Wild Yam Butter. It's available on my website, souloftheearthpub.org. I am balanced. This video was from my heart to yours. I'm so glad you're making it now. Yeah, the only reason why I'm making it is because the other people was giving y'all garbage. Some people go really, 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 really viral, and their stuff is garbage, and it will mess you up. So I'm doing this out of love. I'm doing this out of love. I promise you, it is garbage. And I don't like talking about other people's stuff. I'm not going to mention no names, but the biggest out there product is garbage. Yes, I said that part. I won't say names, but it's garbage. So you watch who you get it from. You watch who you get it from. I'm trying to avoid you from getting garbage and putting garbage on your skin, because I know you God. And I know you could be, do, or have anything that you put your mind to. Don't be buying garbage out there. All right. Be blessed, baby.